but generations before us, grandmothers, mothers would always say, find you a man that loves you more than you love him. And he'll be committed, he'll be faithful. Same thing that T Springs was saying. I think that I mean, I'm sure there is some truth in that, and I'm sure you have men who love wholeheartedly and still do things they aren't supposed to do. Same way you have women do it. So I've always thought about that, but I can think of relationships that I've been in, and I knew someone was way more in love with me than I was with them, and it didn't work. It didn't work just because it was that, not necessarily the Laura Urkel balance, but it was just like, this person wants to marry me and I don't see that.
I think is, would you
even
say you were in love though? Were you in love with that person?
Or you just got in love with that person?
Did you just like them a lot? You know what I'm saying? You just like the. It's totally different.
So if you say that, what's the purpose of dating? Like, I mean, like,
somebody.
I mean, I understand that if you with them for that long, like if you in there for a long time and you know you don't want to marry them, why still be with them?
Yeah, so he was just saying, you know, and he goes back to, I think that would have probably been a better question. You know, who falls in love with who first? Like,
then that would have been an easy answer then.
I mean, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, we'll say that for another show.
So to respond to KO, that was the whole purpose in what I was saying. I've had to break up with people and break it off because I realized that they were somewhere that I wasn't.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't fair. And there was actually a time where I messed up and I didn't break it off and I hurt someone really bad.
Me too.
And it took me a long time to get over that because I knew that I really hurt this person. And after that, I was just like, yeah, I'm never doing that again. If I realize that they're at a space that I'm not at and I don't even know if I'll ever get there with that person, then this isn't going to work.
Gotcha.
So I really just think it's situational. And just as everyone else said, a lot of times you can't tell who loves who more. And I think if you can tell that someone is way more in love with one person than the other person, then that's a Stephen Laura situation.
I mean, not correct.
As outsiders,
you shouldn't be able to tell.
If we can tell that he loves her more than she loves him, then that's a problem.
And then one thing that I will definitely say that I see, even with like some of my friends, you know, they're men, so they're not really, you know, outspoken, and they're not all on social media, but their wives are like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do this, oh, do this, come here, baby, you got to do this. That doesn't mean that he's not in love with her. Like a lot of times, most men's personality isn't to be, you know, not maybe in the influencer age, everybody wants to do all of this stuff for likes and views and to get the Facebook bonuses and all that other stuff. So, you know, they're doing all the little cute reels. But most of the time, the woman is hugging all over the man and he's just sitting there wanting to watch TV. But he likes it, though. He's not going to stop her. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to stop her. He's just about, oh, that's the wife. That's how she acts. And she understands, like, this is my husband. He don't smile for nothing, you know. But she knows him. She knows, yo, he loved me and he, you know, this is just his demeanor. You know? Happens a lot. A lot of my friends are like that. They're just not on the mushy stuff. They're not with the whole, you know, they'll buy flowers and all that other good stuff, but they're not about to, like I said, be all over social media, doing the reels and, you know, dancing on camera and all that other stuff.
Come fuck with me, baby. We don't do that. I don't know what time. So that makes your girl more secure. I'm 33.
Okay, so
what, like doing the reels and all that?
I'm gonna do that shit with my lady. If that makes you happy, I'm gonna suck that shit up and make you happy.
Right.
Hey,
I don't
do your
give a fuck,
thing,
like,
bro.
Right.
I don't care what all my friends.
But listen, that is exactly what they're speaking of.
Come on, baby.
So she led off by saying that, you know, traditionally and back in the day, right? And then when Chuck T just spoke, he talked about what has become, you know, the influencer age or whatever. And then you right there in the middle, you are 80s baby, early 90s, right there, right? So you are gonna suck it up and just be that. A 45 to 50-year-old man, it's like, this is what I know. I'm going to pay the bills. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to provide, because most men of that age, they marry or go into a love or a relationship with the mindset of a legacy. Most women of that age go in the mindset of social status. I got me a husband. You know what I mean? All my friends have a husband. I got me one. And it's not that it's a bad thing, because two things can be right at the same time. But what she's saying is, in her age of growing up and seeing that, most men are, you know, give the whole check, everything's taken care of at the house. The least that she has to do creates a happy home, happy wife, happy life. You know what I mean? But we've gotten to an age now, and I think that we should have been there. And I don't think that it's considered sassy or none of that. But we as men, we want to be sought after too. We want to know that we are appreciated. I want to wake up to a good morning handsome. You know what I mean?
But see, I think like what you said, where you from, how the older people, I forgot the phrase you said. I wasn't never brought up like that.
Right.
Like, and I was raised by my grandparents.
But
it was
reels
always with my grandma.
and TikTok stand either.
But that's understandable. Like you just said, happy wife, happy life. My grandparents old as shit, and they never told me that. They always said happy spouse, happy house. It was never, oh, if your wife happy, you like this, or if your husband happy like this. Y'all make each other happy. One thing they always taught me is ain't no relationship 50-50. It's 100-100. Why it's 100-100? Because say my girl come home and she only got 20% and I'm at 80. We gonna make us half.
Right.
I gotta pour into how I'm gonna give you a lot if I'm only at 50, or it don't never work.
That go back to the subjective part of what love is for the individual. You know what I mean? Because I just seen some joint where it was talking about a woman had a safety net of money she had saved up in case this doesn't work, right? But they were still in love at the time, and he had went through some financial struggles, but she was afraid to show him, I got $60,000 saved up.
I got
well, I beg to ask